like me. Check it like a pair of Nikes. I keep it rocking, I'm stopping, I'm popping, I'm jumping the fresh white tee. Oh, so now you make songs? Now you want to sing along? How did you do it all wrong? I am a king and you are a pawn. Let's talk about stocks. I've been giving out lots, pulling up like it was socks. This shit is heavy as rocks. You just pull up the docks. That mean you drowning, you looking around, and I know that you want to be biting my style. Oh, you think you must be wild? I ain't aroused. That's just how I walk it down. We were here first, talking all the bitch. You was in the back talking all the shit. We was running, making all the hits. Now you jealous and you can't stand it. Rich has been here, you ain't been there. Circle tight, yeah, you been square. It's time to open the letter. Hope you don't want on the ladder. I know you're tight, like to be frontin'. You was in troll, hit the like button, getting on dab. You think you can rap? I laugh. Please, let's see you write something. Stick to the script, can't do it like this. Look at the wrist, with these this. Ill as the kid, rockin' with Rich. Can't stop till I get a million hits. Headshot, 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 headshot. This that headshot. Headshot, 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 headshot. This that headshot. Y'all can't do it like me. No, y'all can't do it like me. Y'all can't do it like me. Y'all can't do it like me. Headshot, 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 headshot. This that headshot. Headshot, 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 headshot. This that headshot. Y'all can't do it like me. 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 Now I don't wanna say no names and you'll go like propane. Cause cloud riding is so lame. My rhymes fresh like Colgate. It's funny you copy the whole thing. Scarecrow, you got no brain. You can test the boy, I got no shame. Crew looking like Soul Train. Look in the other direction. You are not part of the section. You do not make an impression. You should just change your profession. This is the years in the making. You can't just copy the page. This is experience, idiots. Listen, you can't just copy the way. Nah, I'm just playing for keeps. Fucking with Rich TV. Your platform is growing. I know that it's showing. We like 60,000 people deep. This original, no subliminal. We maximize, you minimal. This critical, analytical, hysterical. It's a miracle. You are the cast so boring. On your channel, I'm snoring. While you hitting the recording, you should just die off horribly. Sick of the same old story. I think you triggered the light. Rich TV is here, and we much bigger than life. Headshot, 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 headshot. This that headshot. Headshot, 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 headshot. This that headshot. Y'all can't do it like me. No, y'all can't do it like me. Y'all can't do it like me. Y'all can't do it like me. Headshot, 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 headshot. This that headshot. Headshot, 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 headshot. This that headshot. Y'all can't do it like me. Y'all can't do it like me. Y'all can't do it like me. Y'all can't do it like me.
What's up? What's up? So I want to talk to you guys about making money with weed stocks. So I got into Aleafia Health on Friday at $1.48. I looked into it, loved the company, felt it was undervalued, felt it was beaten down, felt it was at a bottom. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to pull the trigger. So I got in at 148. After I got in at 148, it went lower. It went to like 130 something. Okay. So I didn't panic. I didn't hit a stop loss. I didn't panic sell. I just held it. I waited. Okay. And it was a good move. So on Friday, I bought it at 148. It went lower, went to 130 something, came back up a little bit, maybe like to 140. Then I held it over the weekend, which I don't like to do. And then yesterday it went up 17%. So I was on the trigger thinking I should sell tomorrow, but then I thought probably has another run left in it, right? So literally in the group chat this morning, I went live in my group chat and I put the trade in. I said, okay, guys, I'm selling at 175. Let's take a look at it right now. I was like, I'm selling at 175. So I got in at 148. I put in like 10 grand, okay? About 7,000 shares. And then this morning, pre-market, it was at 180. Then it went to 175, 174, 173. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to put my sell order at 175. I put in my sell order at 175. As soon as it opened and went down all the way down to like 160. What? Where did it go? 165. It went to 165. So then I'm like, oh shit, I'm at 175. Let me just wait. Literally 2 minutes later, bam, it went all the way back up. 166, 167, 168, 169, 170, 171, 172, 173, 174, 175. Bam, I got filled. It went to 176. I think it even went to 177. And right now it's back to 171. I am watching it only on Webull, so it is a little bit delayed. But it's up 5% today. So I sold at 175, got in at 148 on Friday, sold it at 175 today in 2 days. I made $1,800 in 2 days buying a cannabis stock, Aleafia Health. ALEF in Canada, ALEAF in America, I believe, is the US symbol. So just in and out, 2-day trade. I showed the whole community the trade. That trade was live. I know a lot of you guys have also bought it. A lot of you guys are probably in on it right now still. I know some of you told me you're holding. That's awesome. You know, I'm not telling you to sell it. I'm just telling you what I did. You know, the $1,800 was too much for me to pass up. I was happy with $1,800 on that one trade in 2 days. I keep reminding myself that people work all week to make $500. The average person in Canada, I believe. I think the average, about $500 a week or something like that. 500 to 700 a week, I'm sure, is the average. If I can make $1,800 in one trade in 2 days, I consider myself lucky. I thank the stock gods for my daily bread. I take my trade and I run. Thank you, Marshall. I appreciate it. The beach is calling, man. I'm going to the beach right now. So yeah, I want to just make a video, tell you guys about my trade, and explain to you that you can make money buying wheat stocks, even on bad days, even on red days, even when the market is down. There's 2 trades I do. I do either a momentum trade, where I look for a company that has a lot of momentum that's going up and I'll buy it, but those are very risky because they can come back down, okay? And then there's bottom trades. These are the only 2 trades I do. There's way more trades you can do. I only do 2 trades because I'm trying to master these 2 before I look to get into more trades. But there are more trades. You can do short trades, right? There's other types of trades you can do. This was one where it's a company I've been watching, right? I brought this company first on YouTube. You can search Aleafia Health, Rich TV Live, and you can see that I did their video well over a year ago, pre-IPO, talked about them since the beginning, seen the stock go from like 50 cents all the way to $4. It is the #1 performing stock on the Toronto Stock Exchange Venture Exchange in 2019, was awarded that award. So I just believe it's one of those companies that's undervalued. And then luckily for me, they had some news. The news came in that they're doing business in Australia, that they're doing business in Germany, that they're going to be doing business in France, and the stock went up. I just don't know how long the stock was going to go up. I don't think that the market is showing a lot of strength. So that's why I sold. Overall, the market isn't showing a lot of strength. That's why for me, I was like, I don't know how long this run's going to last. Could go way longer, but yes, Canna V Cell Science up 40%. Now, a lot of people are talking about this stock, but remember, if something's already up, you don't want to necessarily chase it. That's how you get caught, right? So I just don't want people getting hurt chasing stocks, man. I just don't want to see people get hurt chasing stocks. It's a very dangerous way of trading. It's a very, very dangerous way of trading. I think it's better to look for good companies. Don't always believe in the hype. If you're going to be buying hype, you got to be careful and you got to consider putting stop losses. Because if you don't put stop losses, you can get really, really hurt. And we've seen that happen in multiple occasions with stocks that were heavily green. Because typically a stock that goes up will come down at some point. We just don't know when. And we don't control the market. So I just want to warn everyone. Now it's the same thing when you're buying a stock that's going down. We don't know how low it's going to go either. It might just keep going lower, right? I took a risk. By buying, I don't know, I can't even pull it yet, CNVC. So it's up 37% right now at 31 cents. So yeah, it's making a nice move, but you have to be careful. You have to be very careful. Let's look at their revenue. That's the first thing I want to look at always. It doesn't even show revenue. Canna V Cell Sciences Inc., formerly known as Midnight Star Ventures Corp., is a Canadian-based company engaged in cannabis business sector. The company, through its subsidiary Dollarin Limited, is focused on development of biofarming technology for cannabis. So yeah, this cannabis sector is exciting. There's always going to be moves. We always want to be the pulse of everything that's happening. And we want to make sure that we find the winners, and we want to find them first. So if something's moving, please let us know. If there's something that is in the red, that is a great company, that is a good chance to buy low, that's also, for me, my preferred method of investing, buying in the red. Buy your greatest companies that you love the most when they're down. I mean, it worked for Warren Buffett, and he's just the #1 most successful investor ever. And Warren Buffett doesn't look at charts. Warren Buffett looks at the fundamentals. Warren Buffett looks at the share structure. He looks at the revenue. He looks at the growth potential. He looks at the management team. He looks at the industry sector. He looks at the industry sector is hot, and he looks to see if the company is going to be big in 20 years. So there's a lot of different types of investors. Yeah, it was a nice trade with Alethea Health for me. I just been watching the company for a long time, and I felt like it was low. It was in my buy range. It was a 52-week low. So for me, it's channeling at the bottom of the chart. So for me, the way I look at it is, if it's a good company and it's at a 52-week low, it's giving me a buying opportunity. Whenever I stay in that range, I'm typically going to win. But you got to find companies that have the ability to move their stock. If they can't move their stock, you're dead to rights. Yeah, I saw the IGNG news, but are they moving anywhere? Sometimes these stocks, guys, they just run dead, right? And then once they run dead, there's nothing you can do. So you got to be really careful. And I can give you an example, like InMed Pharmaceuticals, Gene, Fire, HIP, Vivo, Oxley, Huge, TGIF. There's 10 stocks right there that are all making money, all good companies, all have huge potential. They can't move their stock. Is Harvest Health and Recreation time to buy? I mean, it's been much higher. It's consolidating right now. I think everything is going to start consolidating going into the summertime. That's typical. So this is a time where I want to personally be left in cash. And anytime I see green, I'm going to take it. I'm not going to hold large green positions. I'm just going to take it, consider myself lucky. This sector's crazy. You never know. You never know. It could go up, it could go down, it could go sideways. I don't control the markets. So I don't want to pretend like I know everything because I don't. I'm still learning as a trader. I feel like there's a lot to learn, but I feel like I'm getting better because I'm watching the stocks. I feel like the more I watch the stocks, the more I date the stocks, the better chance I have of success. So that's been working for me, and I've been doing it for 2 years, and I haven't won on every trade. But when I've invested in great companies and I've been buying them in the red, I've won on almost every trade. When I've chased stocks, and especially penny stocks, I've been punished. And especially stocks under $1. I'm going to be honest with you. All the stocks under the dollar, for whatever reason, has been my downfall. And I'm learning from that. I don't want to keep doing that mistake. So I've been kind of waiting till they get to at least $1 or $2 range. And then I feel like they have more institutional support, more institutional backing, and hedge funds and institutional investors and whales and large insiders that want to have a huge incentive to move these stocks up. The more we have people that are doing that are moving in that direction, I feel like that is the zone where we can make a lot of money. Stocks between like $1 and $5. Last year, those were on fire. The wheat stocks between $1 and $5. I feel like I don't know what it is, but they're very volatile. They trade almost like penny stocks. And if you get good ones, they can run from $1 to $5. That's huge. That's huge. If a stock runs from $1 to $5, that's 400% return. 400% return. Okay? So I think that's kind of the lane I want to stay in. I really want to kind of stay in my lane. I feel like penny stocks are dangerous. I feel like anything under $1, like once they get under $1, it gets hard for them to get over $1. You know, North went under $1 and now they're back over $1. So North is looking good again to me. I'm starting to feel like that dollar mark is like almost like that dollar mark is almost like that line. Like it's like the judge line. It's like, you know, you're a penny stock if you're under $1, and then if you're over $1, it's like, okay, the big boys will play with you. And then they can pump you to $2, $3, $4. But if you get under that dollar range, I don't know, man. There's weird things that happen. I like to hold cash because when I'm holding cash, I have bullets. So I can really be selective with my trades. And I was very selective with my Lethia trade. I was sitting on some cash, took my time, made my one trade, won on it, and I'm back in cash on that one position. I'm still holding a lot of positions. I'm up on a lot of positions too, but I haven't decided to sell those ones yet. I also feel like shorters are watching and they want to short my picks. So I don't want to necessarily hold these stocks too long, just in case the shorters want to get into it. So I'm out of Alethea Health. So if you shorters want to get out of the way and just let it pop, let it go, man. Let it run. Maybe I'll buy it again. Who knows? Maybe I'll buy it on the next dip. Just dating that bad boy, man. I've seen that go to $2 so many times with a vengeance. So I just don't see the strength in the market. If I saw that the market was heavy green today, I would have held it. But I didn't see heavy green in the market. I saw like a lot of red early in the market. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to sell this. I know it might go higher. I might kick myself, but it felt like the right thing to do at the time. ALEAF in America at $1.25. ALEF in Canada currently at $1.69. So currently it looks like I made the right move. So far it looks like I made the right move. MacArthur Minerals, yeah, you know, MacArthur Minerals had a nice run. Obviously, its volume has died down tremendously. So once volume dies down, I get a little bit worried. But, you know, for me as an investor, I'll be honest, I'm watching it because it's at 8 cents. So it's the lowest I have seen it since I've been watching it. So personally, I think it's getting close to a buy. Now, what am I willing to invest? I don't know. I mean, I think I might be willing to put in a few $1,000s and pick some up. You know, I'm going to watch it very, very carefully. The volume is only 62,000 shares. That's very concerning for me. So I don't know. I don't think I'm going to be buying it when I see the volume at 62,000 shares. Not right now. When I was buying it, it was trading millions of shares. So now it's trading 62,000 shares. And I'm already out and I made money. So why am I going to go back in now? I'd like to, I don't know. I'd like to see the volume pick up before I would even consider buying that stock at this point. I'd like to see the volume pick up. Yeah, RYU has been a massive disappointment. 5 cents. Wow. Just obliterated. Yeah, I have no idea. I mean, typically when you see stuff like that, you have to assume that there's either a large shareholder who's angry that decided to sell or that there's insiders in that stock that are selling. You just got to assume something like that is going on because it is. Okay. Wow. Beyond Meat is up 10% again. Wow. Beyond Meat. Beyond Meat is crazy. BYND. Beyond Meat. Over $80. Wow. That's some crazy stuff, man. Wow, it's very bullish. It's a 90% bullish on Webull. See the revenue. So they have, in the last quarter, 133 million in the bank in assets and cash, and 55 million in liabilities. That's interesting. That's less than Canopy Growth. Canopy Growth has 8.6 billion in the bank and is at a lower price. That's interesting. Yeah, this is I don't understand this price. I won't buy the stock. Income statement, 31 million in the quarter. They're making less money per quarter than Canopy Growth. They're trading at $80 plus. I don't know. It's not for me. It's not for me. I think it's overhyped. But I might be wrong. MJAR Financial just came out. Yeah, Mikey, listen, bro, man. I know you guys give me so many picks, man. You're right. You guys were right about Beyond Meats, man. How was I supposed to know? The financials and the balance sheet aren't that impressive to me. They're good, but they're not like, I don't know, they're not like out of this world. So, I don't know. I think it's a hype train, So I don't know. I don't want to get on the hype train and get left holding the bag, man. It's happened too many times. I use Webull. If you guys look in the descriptions of my videos, I've got a link to Webull, and I use Webull. I use the Webull app, and it gives me income statements, balance sheets, quarterly financials. They have a chat room. It gives you the volume, the share price, and it gives you opinions. Cleon says it will be down to $60 next week. Yeah, it just seems that, I don't know if there's something I'm missing. Maybe their revenues are going to be massive on the next quarter. I don't know. It just seems like this is like a hype machine. So you have to be careful. Can.cn down 10%. Plant-based meat is the new hype, like most cannabis companies before legalization. I guess so. JD is saying Sproutly diving into oversold territory. So yeah, so I never bought Sproutly. I didn't want to chase it, especially the way it was trading. It made me feel very uncomfortable. It went up and then it came down aggressively. Right now it's at 69 cents. It's still up 15% this year. So it's still up. Yeah, this looks juicy. It looks juicy, but I don't know why it's being slaughtered so brutally. Scott is saying Impossible Foods is the next IPO coming up. Well, we should be ready for that one because this IPO has done really well. They've been extremely successful. So I got to give it up to them. I got no hate for nobody. These guys have done well. There's a halt on MJAR because of financials. Yeah, so hopefully their financials will be strong. Do I think CNVC could change the cannabis market because of its technology in biofarming? I haven't looked into CNVC enough to give you my opinion. Demir says, I see ALEF drop maybe to 163 range before flying up again. If it can't hold 163 range, then it could be dying out. Just my opinion. Yeah, it's very possible. I sold because I felt like I was up enough. I mean, it wasn't because I looked at the chart and the chart was showing me weakness or anything like that. I just felt like I was up enough for me. I took my profit. It had nothing to do with the chart. Federal alcohol regulator follows FDA. No CBD in beer, wine, and liquor. National law review. Yeah, so Canada will still be the leader, guys. I'm telling you guys, it's going to take some time for America to move where Canada is. Canada is going to be first. So that's why I love the US plays, but I still think the Canadian plays are going to be ginormous. Zenibus is going to be ginormous. Alifia is going to be ginormous. We can make money on these stocks forever. It's so exciting. We can make money on these stocks forever, And if there's any stocks that are going up that we should talk about, please drop them in here. I want to look at them. I'll pull them up. Or if there's any stocks that are down that you think we should buy. I like to buy low, sell high. I also like to ride momentum, but momentum riding can end up really bad. So it's more scary for me. And I don't like to stare at my computer all day long. I just don't. Thank you, Demir. Appreciate it. Tesla looking like an opportunity right now. It's funny you say that, Scott. I was looking at Tesla. 249. Wow. Just keeps getting lower and lower and lower. Wow. So the analyst ratings on Webull are 16% strong buy, 16% buy, 29% hold, 29% underperform, and 9% sell. So this could be a short. DCOP up 40%. Someone mentioned it here, been holding it since November. DCOP. Is that a penny stock? Oh, 3 cents. District Copper. Wow. This is a good one. Toronto Stock Exchange Venture Exchange, 2.5 million in volume, up 40% at 3.5 cents. Nice pick, Awake. I like this one. Yeah, so CNBC just sent off an alert. Stocks resume sell-off. So CNBC is trying to tell everybody that there's going to be some red coming. AAA Medic Montreal. Do I know something about this company? No. What is AAA Medic? AAA is the symbol? It's not pulling up for me. Sam, the audio one, says, I have a prediction. Once Water releases their hemp-infused water with Sproutly app technology, I think they might be bought out by a larger beverage company. That's a very good prediction. I like that prediction. Water is at 278. Is MedMan a long-term play? I like MedMan short-term and long-term. At some point, it's going to turn around. It's way too big of a company to be trading at these levels. It makes no sense. 343. I think it's definitely a buy, in my opinion. The CBD drink is a long way away from FDA ignorance. Yeah, I think, there's a reason for that. There's obviously a reason for that. All the beverage companies, they want to position themselves. They want to position themselves. So you have to remember, there's always an agenda, guys. And we are not in the know. We're strictly little people playing a big man's game. The stock market is a big man's game. It's a rich man's game, okay? And we are just little people playing in a big man's game. So if we can make a little bit of money, if I can pull $1,800 out of the market, I have to consider myself lucky. Hey, thank you guys for the 18 likes. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys for joining me here on your Tuesdays. Hopefully you guys are having a great trading day. I'm already in and out. I have some long-term positions, and I sold my Aleafia Health today, ALEF in Canada, ALEAF in America, and I bought it at 148 on Friday. It went lower. I held it over the weekend. It went up on Monday. I didn't sell. I thought about it, but I didn't. And then today I saw it at 175 and I sold. And it's currently lower than that last time I looked. So far, I feel like I made the right move so far. Now, my next trade. Let's talk about what I'm looking at for my next trade. So I'm already setting up my next trade. So yeah, man. We're a small little fish in a very big bowl. And if we can understand the game within the game, and we can find the best companies low, and when they move, we can make money and pull it out of the market, and then take that money out of the market and use it to buy cars and houses and villas and renovate properties and buy more stocks and travel and buy things for your husband and your wife and your friends and your brothers and your sisters and your girlfriends or yourself. What's wrong with that? Isn't that what we're here to do? So, listen, guys, thank you for the 23 likes, man. I love you guys. You guys are the best community on YouTube, and we are a growing community from all over the world, and we're just a community of people that want to help people. It's people helping people, and this is the beauty of this community. We eliminate all the trolls and the haters. We eliminate the waste, and we focus on the winners. And now we have our own trading academy. We've got a relationship and a trading app with Webull. We have a trading account you can get set up with Questrade. And the relationships that we're going to continue to build and forge will only get bigger and better as we go along, because we're focused on creating more value for you, the people, and for myself. I want to be a better trader. I'm sure you want to be a better trader. So hopefully together we can all become better traders. I want to know, what do you guys, thanks, Jacob. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you guys for being here, man. I want to know, what's the next trade, guys? So I'm sitting in cash. I put in 10,000. I pulled out the 10,400 is what I put into ALEF. I pulled out 12,200. So I made $1,800 on that trade. So now I'm looking to take that 12,200 and put it into another trade. What would you guys buy? This is what I want to do. Let's talk as a unit right now. There's 42 people watching. As a unit, what's the next winning trade? I want to know, what do you guys think? Whether it's a momentum trade, whether it's a trade that's, stock that's down right now. If you were me and you were looking to buy a stock, what would be your next position in a stock? Richard Akiki says, MedMen or Afria. I like them both at these prices. And I also like Zenabis at these prices a lot. I'm looking at Xena at 178 and it's looking very appetizing. Like very appetizing. MedMen at 344. APHA. Let's look at APHA right now. APHA is down 1.84% at 909 on the Toronto Stock Exchange. Wow. Yeah, Afria's low, eh? Yo, Afria's low. So I could load up and buy 1,000 shares of Afria right now. Wow. How the hell? 909? What? Is that right? Yeah, it's right. Africa has been beat down. Yo, what the hell's going on with Africa? Anybody else thinking that Africa is a buy right now? JD, you're saying Hexo still has Momo? KBEV is being promoted by National Inflation Association, so I wouldn't be surprised to see it move. Jacob is saying Xena is great. I got 850 shares at 181. Yeah, man, these prices for Xena, just nutty. So anybody else think that Africa is a buy right now? I'm trying to figure this out. How the hell does this get to $9? What is going on with Africa? I think this might be my buy. This might be my buy. Great company at a really good price. Like this could easily go to $20, guys, on the next big run. Easily. It's at $9 right now. My goodness. How did this get to $9? Wow. So December 6th, it was at 375 in America. It's currently at 676. So it's still up 79%. Yeah, Africa is a buy, guys. Africa is a screaming buy. Oh my goodness. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Hey guys, I'm putting a full alert on Africa right now. It's a full alert. Now don't buy it. I'm not a licensed advisor. Rich TV Live is strictly for education and entertainment purposes. Richard Akiki, you called it, buddy. Africa. If you want to buy a bottom, Africa is dirt cheap. I'm putting it on a full alert.
It's about to pop it fast. I ain't gotta stop the rap until you make you copy that. I got it in my speedo. I'm supposed to eat burritos. I'm dropping on some Cheetos. You know, I'm like, yeah, you gotta buy that shit. It's the new strike on these haters in the middle. Get you in. Yeah. Full alert, full alert, full alert. 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 And I think we should do like a full alert song. Full alert, full.
So I haven't looked at the financials on Afria yet. I'm not assuming that they're terrible. I don't know why they're tanking so much, but this is one of the giants since the beginning. So let's see if I can find some information here. Anybody know what their revenue were? Oh, you bought some options, some ACB options? Yeah, I think ACB goes higher as well. Let's see here. Rankings. Wow. So GW Pharma just took over the lead in America for revenue. They are now number one in America at 39 million in the quarter. So their year-over-year growth is up 1,191%. Their quarter-over-quarter revenue growth was 490%. Whoa. GW Pharma, holy moly. Afria. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So their quarter was 17.9 million. This is why they're down. So their revenue for the quarter was 17.9 million, which is down 18%. So remember, Rich TV Live is strictly for education and entertainment purposes, okay? I need you guys to understand something. Don't go rush and buy it just because I said it's a full alert. I'm not going to rush and buy it. Now that I know this, I'm going to wait. It might go to $5, okay? Then we buy it, all right? Lucas, did you see Afria's revenue went down 18% in the quarter compared to last quarter? What do you think? You think that this is going to go lower? If so, how low do you think it's going to go? This might go to $5 in Canada. It's been down there before, $5-6 range. Based on the revenue loss, the revenue drop, all the other stocks I've seen whose revenues have dropped, the stocks have gone down violently. So this could be the reason why the stock is down. Technically, it's on the cliff. Yeah, so when I'm saying it's on a full alert, I'm talking about Afria. Their revenue went down 18%. So while other competitors' revenues are growing, like for example, Canopy Growth, which is ridiculous, their revenue grew quarter over quarter by 256%. And their year over year growth was 283%. Aurora Cannabis, their revenue grew 93% over the last quarter, and their year over year growth is 387%. But the funny part is, even though their revenue has grown faster over the last year than Canopy Growth has gone up more. I still think that Aurora Cannabis is undervalued when you compare it to its peers. I really do. Like just based on some of these numbers. Wow. Organogram at 26.9 million for the quarter is up 693% over the year, and their quarter-over-quarter growth is 117% over last quarter. National Access Cannabis is ridiculous. Their year-over-year growth is 3,308%. Meta. This company, Meta, is ridiculous. I think this company, Meta, is ridiculous. I was thinking about buying 10,000 shares today. 3,308% revenue growth over 1 year, and 328% revenue growth over the quarter. And the stock hasn't, I mean, it's done well, but it hasn't gone berserk like it could based on this growth. Mind you, Hexo, their revenue growth is up 1,000% over last year and 135% over the quarter, and they've been going crazy. Sam, the audio one, says ACB is definitely undervalued. They have done lots of acquisitions that will help with their overall foundation in the future. Compound Stock Interest guy says net revenue of 73.6 million, up 240% from the prior quarter and 617% from the prior year period. That's Afria's last revenues. I don't know. I'm seeing, I think that's net, or that's the gross. I believe what we're seeing here is just the net revenue for their sales that I'm looking at. Awake says Hexo is way more expensive now, though. Yes, they've been on a big run. So congratulations to anyone who got into Hexo. I took advantage of it. I only made a little bit. I should have done way better. You know, like I said, I'm not a perfect trader. I got out too soon. Yeah, I think ACB has way, way higher to go. Yeah, the new strike deal with Hexo is definitely a catalyst for sure. Okay, thank you, Compound Interest Stock Guy, for breaking that down. So overall, Afria's revenues are still growing. So Compound Stock Interest Guy, what do you think? You think Afria's a buy right now, or do you think it goes lower? JD says, I got a good deal on ACB calls. So what did you, okay, so you're talking about options. So what was the good deal? I'd like to know how you bought it and what you plan to sell it on, JD, because we're going to start learning about options trading and short trading more here. So I'd love to know what you got in at and what you're planning to sell it at. Lucas is saying, not a fan of Afria. Lucas is saying, I'm staying away. Yes, if it goes lower, I'll buy. So you will be a fan of it at what price, Lucas? Lucas says, Rich, I like to see growth in revenue. Yeah, me too, buddy. I agree with you. But I also think that good companies once in a while are going to have bad quarters. So could be a buying opportunity. They are a global giant. We have to remember this. Compound Stock Interest guy says, I haven't looked at chart, but I'll look at calls as well. Lucas says, I would stay away short-term from Afria. Okay. But remember, the last time they dipped was an amazing buying opportunity, and everybody who bought that dip made a killing on the next run. Wow, Lucas is saying he would look to buy it at $6. You think a company this big is going to $6? Compound Stock Interest guy says, I think Afria could go down lower, but it could do a sneak attack. That's the thing. I mean, it could go explode up the next day. Who knows? Awake says, I will buy Afria at $5. Compound Stock Interest guy says $7 Canadian, probably be a buy for sure. JD Roughcuff says $9 calls. So you're buying at $9? Awake is saying maybe buy Afria in the summer, guys. Sam says, I got ACB calls that expire May 24th at $60, 10 days after earnings. I'm looking to see ACB above 10 US dollars. Yeah, I see that happening, Sam. Absolutely. The whole thing about options and having this timeline worries me and stresses me out. I can't live with that stress of, oh, I got to have this trade by this date. I don't know how you guys do it, man. Some crazy stressful stuff. Scott Leo Seymour says $7 and I'm in. JD Rough Cuff says PREV. You like PREV? Are they moving? I see them at 6.5 cents. 117,000 shares of volume, which is nothing. Awake All You Nations is waiting for the summer and for all the shorts to load up. Compound Stock Interest Guy says options work like warrants. They have a strike price and an expiration date. So you pay for time, and if you close to the money or not, options are sketchy. Agreed. I don't like the stress. Oh, I gotta have this trade closed by this day. I don't know if I could deal with it. I don't like that. I like with equities, if it goes down, I can just wait as long as I want. Yeah, last year they all went down from now until July. And then at the end of July, they started to explode all the way to legalization. And then around October 15th, they started to go down till December 27th. And then December 27th, they exploded again until pretty much just recently, where now they're slowing down again. So this is the way the market goes. So if we buy these dips, then when the next explosion comes and we're selling, we can make a killing. Just looked at the Afria charts, lots of support at $8 Canadian. So maybe that's where people think that's a buying opportunity. JD bought $9 calls for $25. May 17th, they expire. Yeah, we got to definitely learn about options. I got to learn more about options. Seems very interesting. I just don't know if I can deal with the stress. Yeah, C-Web has been such a darling. How you guys doing? Interesting. So you're buying options, you're buying calls and puts to offset your losses. Doing options on stock that I don't actually own. Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, you know what? It looks stressful, but some people are making a killing doing options, and a lot of our members are doing options. And J. Lewis Trading does options. Ooh, Zena's at 175. Ooh, I want to buy more, and it's getting in that range. I really like to buy between 160 and 170, but even 175 is looking dirt cheap. I might have to pick some up. It's getting tasty. Compound Stock Guy says, yeah, Sam, the audio, I don't like Aurora options, but Afria, PYX, ZYNE, VFF, Hexo are all appealing with options, and I own PYX, ZYNE, VFF options. Interesting. Frank Morris says, is it possible the US could legalize marijuana on June 21st, 2019? That would be a dream come true, but I don't see it happening. But I'd be very nice. Yeah, only a few pot stocks are available with options. Options are another way to make money with stocks. Okay, look at a bank. A bank has a bank account. You go to a bank, you open a bank account. Then they say, would you like car insurance? Would you like home insurance? Would you like a credit card? Would you like a line of credit? Would you like a home equity line of credit? Would you like all these financial instruments? Options, futures trading, buying warrants. These are alternative ways of making money with stocks. So you have stocks, which is buying equities. And now you can do short trading. You can do options trading. You can do futures trading. You can do all this different type of trading within stocks. You can do forex trading, which is trading currencies. You can do commodities trading, which is trading gold, silver, oil and gas, uranium, palladium. I mean, you can literally trade everything these days. It's crazy. You can even trade like corn and oil and soybeans. It's nuts. Compound interest guy says ZYNE options have been killer. Rich TV Live, back when IGNG was blowing up, if you bought a call for 750 for end of May or July, you would make bank. Yeah, it's crazy how you can just predict a stock will be going up and make a killing. It's interesting. No, I know, Frank. I know it's possible. It's just, it would be like a dream come true. I don't know if it's possible. Like, I hope it happens. But, you know, I didn't think that it would legalize in Canada either, and it did. Yeah, I wouldn't want to fail a trade and go into margin either. It's very risky. That's why I'm staying away from it for now, but I do want to learn because I did learn futures trading, and futures trading was a trip. Wow. Sam the audio says I started with 200 bucks with options up to 300 plus in a week. Not bad for the first time. Congratulations, Sam the audio. That's amazing. And if you guys are looking to learn options trading, Julian Lewis, our trading academy that we work with, he does options trading. So if you guys are looking to get into options trading, he can help you. Yeah, I think hemp will trade as a commodity. It's a good point. Compound interest guy says options buying calls or puts, you don't get margin calls. It's just if you don't own the shares. But if you're buying puts or calls, but shorting is where the margin scare is. I stay away. Yeah, definitely. Hey, Frank, I'll take a look. You've been sending me so many videos, bro. Thank you for that. I'm going to look through all of them. I just haven't had the time. I've been super busy. But thank you. Keep sending me all that information. I really appreciate it. If you guys ever have any pics, any information, anything you want to send me, please do. No, you don't need a margin account for options trading. Lucas, you used to trade currencies? I know a lot of people that used to trade currencies and made a killing, or still do trade currencies actually, but it's just not for me. I still would rather invest in companies. I like to invest in companies that I can read about. They're public. I can do my due diligence. I can call them. I can even go visit them. Like I physically visited Zenabis. So I made investment into a company that I physically seen the facilities. I just feel like long-term, they can't really go anywhere but up. Yeah, compound stock interest guy, you give some great advice, bro. He's saying, awake all you nations. Yep, you need to apply at a bank. But when you start, just put like 1% of your regular investment account. So I guess you do need a margin account because I have a cash account. I do not have a margin account. I do not like margin accounts. So yeah, I wouldn't do that because I did futures trading and that's like a margin account and I did not like that because then they give you margin calls. Yeah, JD rough cut. I got knocked out with futures trading. I took $5,000, built it up to 13 grand in like 2 days, and then lost it all within 3 days. And I didn't sleep because it was literally trading 24 hours a day. Like it stops for a couple hours and then it goes again and it goes all night long. And if you're down on something, oh my God, it's stressful. You literally sit there watching it go up and down, 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 up in the S&P 500. It's crazy. I was investing in the S&P 500 mini futures. It was a trip, man. I have an account with Ninja Trader, a lifetime account, but I got obliterated. I spent $5,000 US, built it up to 13 grand US, and then went to zero in like a matter of a week. It was nuts. Yeah, and every time it went down, I'd get a call for a margin call. And I was like, yo, I can't handle this. This shit's a trip. Yeah, bro. It trades all night, bro. And I was making money at night. I was loving it. And then I started to lose. And then I didn't love it. Oh, man, that was a trip. But I also lost a lot learning about penny stocks. When I first started trading stocks, I bought penny stocks and I signed up to a whole bunch of promoters, email alerts. And I thought, oh, these are all the penny stocks that are going to explode. I put in 20 grand. And I swear to God, it all disappeared with these bullshit penny stock newsletters. That's how I learned that all these penny stocks were scams. And that's how I learned that all these penny stock newsletters were getting paid to pump stocks. Then I started learning about these companies and I started going inside these companies and working with these companies. And I started realizing that there was actually people inside these companies that were selling stocks that I was buying. And I was like, oh my God, I'm buying your toilet paper? And then I started thinking totally different. That's when I started thinking, oh my God, these penny stocks are all a scam. So I was like, okay, I need to invest in real companies. And then the cannabis sector legalized and I started investing in cannabis companies. And that was crazy sketchy in the beginning too. And then that became really, really good. And I turned like 10,000 into 100,000 at the end of 2017. And then last year, it was the total opposite. It was like just crazy ride. I mean, it was low all year. Then it went up. Then it went down again. So it was a tough year last year. It wasn't the greatest year last year compared to the year before, which was a very good year. And then this year started off like a dream. January was like this. While I was in the Dominican Republic, on the beach, everything exploded. So I'm up a lot this year so far. So I'm up really, really nicely. I'm very happy. And it's been an interesting ride. It's been an interesting ride. And I'm very excited about the sector. And I think that wheat stocks can help you make a lot of money. I've learned a lot. I've made a lot. I've also lost a little bit along the way. But it's been a trip. You got an FX account in 2007. Hemp seeds sell for $15K per pound, and pot seeds sell for $27 each. Yeah, Chiron is down because they just put out news saying that they're going to do a massive financing. So guys, we have to watch this, eh? The shorters are looking for these deals getting financed. As soon as something gets financed, the shorters short it. I've seen this trend. So we have to take that as a buying opportunity. Same thing happened with 48 North. 48 North exploded, did a financing. Went all the way to $1.70. Did a financing, went under $1, and now they're back. Last time I looked, to $1.19. That's what they do. So we have to see the trend. When a company does a huge M&A deal or they have a huge financial partner, they explode. Kronos Group and Canopy both exploded with an infusion of billions, okay? When these companies have huge news of expansion to like Germany, they typically go up. But when they do a financing and they raise money, a la Zenabis at 225, they go down. I've seen this over and over and over again. All right, guys, so I just wanted to share with you guys some of my theories. I'm going to be looking at Zenabis. I'm going to be looking at Afria. I might position myself in both, actually. I like them both. So I'm going to be looking at both. That's the lowest I've seen both in a while. So I'll keep you guys updated if I make any more trades. I'm going to be looking for an entry. Thank you guys for joining me. Remember, Rich TV Live is strictly for education and entertainment purposes. Do your due diligence, do your research before you invest in anything that we talk about here on Rich TV Live. Thank you guys for the 38 likes. I really appreciate it. I appreciate you guys. You guys are the best community in the world right here on YouTube. Now remember, visit Rich TV Live. Don't forget to subscribe. Click the like down below and comment on the show because all we do is bring you winners. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. If you're not winning, you're probably not watching. This is your boy Rich from Rich TV Live. And we're out. Peace. You know I don't go out like that, right? So we're going to put a little music on and then we go on out. It was a big winning day. I'm feeling good. Thinking about going to the beach. Thinking about it. Contemplating it. Really contemplating it. But I need some celebration music because it is a very good day today. Made $1,800 on my Alethea Health position. And I'm going to call for a cannabis stock resurrection. We need a resurrection. Will there be a resurrection?
Haters and the trolls, they're trying to get the lawyers, they're trying to put lawsuits on these companies. Meanwhile, what they're trying to do is create a distraction so we don't take advantage of the cannabis stock resurrection. That's really what's going on. That's the truth. This is your boy Rich, and I'm all
Stay positive.
One day we gon' fly, we gon' make this money, we gon' live our life. We can all get high, I'ma spread my wings, I'ma feel alright. Shoulders can't take this down, it's the time to rise. And put your money in, let the profits maximize. We the people stay true, we don't stand for lies. Canada, we the leader for the legalized. Earth be the cure for all the sick and all the broken. We wanted this for years, and they thought we were joking. Nah. We were always patient. Cannabis for you and me and all the nations. So all my brothers and all my sisters go on and light it up. Go on and take it to the head when the time's up. I know we crying in the rain, that's the sign of blood. Don't panic, we gotta manage, the time is us. And I don't care for the lefts and all the pocket makers. I swear they nuts, I call them salty haters. Big Pharma trying to get it for a piece of it. Because they know the medication, I don't believe in it. I'm so happy it's over. All the prohibition, and now we here with Trace TV, the coalition. There's no lock in the silent because we are a mission. Teach the people that spread their lives into contradiction. We want to make money, invest in the public cannabis stocks in Canada and the United States as revenue generating. Invest in the best, because the best is blessed. The super rich. Winning and watching, this is a cannabis stock revolution. talking George Jeffrey, let's open up scenarios. Wall Street, and I ain't talking about the stereo. Man, predict the markets and news when they smoke. News, making money, and they knew the pressure home. Yeah, these are the big boys. He also predicted the crash of bitcoins. That's a big short. Stop hitting like a big door. I'ma keep this fire, no lie. I need a big four. I know about the tech. The short is making money off of people back in caution. I'm telling you, take caution. Everything is so corporate. I'm trying to make enough money to get to all the torches. And that is what the hurt is for. Other people feed it for. All we need is less, so stop thinking that all you need is more. And now we here, but our past, yeah, we can't forget. It's time to go when you know we getting out of bed. One day we gon' fly. They gon' make us money, we gon' live on high. But we can all get high. I'ma spread my wings, I'ma feel alright. One day we gon' fly. We gon' make this money, we gon' live on high. But we can all get high. I'ma spread my wings, I'ma feel alright. The real Wall Street loves cannabis stocks. The crypto floor believes in cannabis stocks. The new Wall Street loves cannabis stocks. Rich TV Live loves and believes in cannabis stocks. The question is, do you believe in cannabis stocks, and will you achieve ultimate wealth through the cannabis stock revolution? It's truth.